Hello, race fans, and welcome once again to the Eastern Central Racing Association. Here we are, round number 14 at Talladega Super Speedway. Boy, it's a perfect night out there for racing. Air temperature is 79 degrees, winds only 2 miles an hour. That track temperature is 83 degrees. As always, thank you for joining us here on Rice Motorsports TV. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Hey, click that notification bell if you want to know when we go live. They're running 75% fuel out there tonight. As many tires as they want. Only one fast repair. 2 shots at a green-white checker attempt for 70 laps here at this 2.65-mile facility. And before we head down on the track, as always, we want to give a shout-out to our broadcast sponsor, ButtKicker. Don't forget to check out their link in the description. All their great products. ButtKicker, feel what you've been missing. And also, before we head on down, let's take a look at the standings. I tell you, Brian Kozad, he continues to lead Justin Lesher there by only 66 points, though. How about Matthew Dunn? That win last week bumped him up 3 spots into that 3rd position. He knocked down Travis Klizwinski, Matthew Chase, and Garrett Kaiser to 4th, 5th, and 6th, respectively there. Let's see, Stephen McComas, he did move up 1 spot. He bumped David Meacham down 1. Corey Boone up 1 position to 9th. Craig Martin into the 10th spot. Shane Christie up to 11th. Levi McFarland, those 3 moved up because Levi McFarland unfortunately had a bad week and lost 3 spots down to the 12th position. Then we have Danny Foster up 1 position ahead of Robert Johnson. And Travis Eccles and Kyle Martin both moved up to 15th and 16th. And 17th and 18th position of John Hopley and Tyler Powers. They both fell 2 spots. Justin Williams right where he was last week in that 19th position. Carl Rourke, he's moved up 2 spots into the top 20. Let's take a look at the old clock here. We've got about 5 minutes to go. And let's head down on track and see who's out there. Who's the fastest right now? That would be Brian Dobert. And fast time currently fastest with that 49.016. Of course, a lot of the times they're going to be in the 50s there, and that's they're probably not running in a draft. And those are kind of the times to look at too, because when they qualify, they'll be out there by themselves. These plate tracks, it's all about drafting. So who is that? Who's that right in front of him there? That's trying to move the camera up here so I can see who that is. That's Craig Martin. They're practicing some drafting here. Beautiful day here at Talladega. See, there's Matthew Chase. And that number 9 car, driving for Shell Shockers there, he's 4th fastest with a 49.186. What else is out on track? There's Stephen McComas right there. That's a snazzy looking paint job there on the 70 car. And there's Danny Foster in the 50 machine. His best time is a 49.464 in the draft. Just right, he's right in front of Justin Lesher there. Oh, Lesher, you see, he blinks out there just a little bit every now and then. But well, I tell you, was it last week? I think it was last week. I believe he did he blink out at the end of the race there? He was just gone, I believe. And well, I hope he can stay in there tonight. And we definitely can't afford to keep having that happen. Him and Brian Kozad, they're the ones that are battling. The battle right now is between those two, and kind of the best of the rest going on at this point in the season. Everybody else is a little over 300 points behind. Oh, 71 spun and tagged a couple of those guys. That was David Carter. Yeah. Garrett Kaiser looked like he got involved in that just a little bit too, got caught up in it. There's the 04 Carl Rourke, Jim Miller genuine draft machine. Right now we're showing 19 cars in the server. And got a couple of minutes to go. We're going to go ahead and take a quick break before we roll over to qualifying, and we will be right back. And you're watching the Eastern Central Racing Association round number 14 here at Talladega Super Speedway here on Rice Motorsports TV.
With the ButtKicker Gamer 2, what you see and what you hear is what you feel. ButtKicker, the future is feeling.
We are back at North Wilkesboro, North Carolina, where the field is rolling out for the start of today's 400-lap race on this .625-mile racetrack. And just as the field comes around turn number 4, the sunshine peeks through, helping warm things here. Bill Elliott leads him down. Benny Parsons on the outside. The green flag flies, and the first Union 400 Winston Cup race from North Wilkesboro is underway. Everybody nicely through turns number 1 and 2 as Bill Elliott has the lead and Dale Earnhardt has jumped into second position, followed by Benny Parsons and Bobby Allison. Oh, here we go. It's just about to go away. They bump coming out of turn 4. Earnhardt gets the lead. We had just heard from our spotters that Neil Ryan. Dale Earnhardt is on his last lap. This will be his 24th career win. Dale Earnhardt wins the first Union 400 at North Wilkesboro.
Okay, folks, we're back for the Eastern Central Racing Association. Qualifying has begun, and there's Brian Kozad. He's making his way out there. Start his couple of hot laps here. We'll ride on board with him as he gets up to speed here. It'll take all of that outlap there just to get this car wound up. Even after he posts his first hot lap, he'll still be able to go a bit quicker as long as he runs a good line and not have any problems. Coming around now to the line. Start-finish line is just past the trioval there. And he crosses the line. He's on his way to his first timed hot lap. I think he might have been the first car out of pit road. We'll stay with him here and see if he's the first one to cross the line. Let's see what kind of speed he's getting here down the backstretch. He just did tap 190 as he went into turn 3. It was just for a split second there. Coming out of turn 4. Coming down to complete his first time lap. Let's see what he will start with here on time lap number 1. And he'll open the competition with a 51.156. There's Danny Foster. Oh, Carl Rourke just bumped him very quickly. More times coming on the board. There's Rourke. Now he just started his second hot lap. First one was a 51.217. Now he drops down to the inside a little bit. Sometimes they'll ride a higher line on that first lap. Let's jump up here with Brian as he crosses the line. See if he improves on his pole position there. That 51.156 is what he's got. Can he improve on that as he comes to the line? And unfortunately, unable to improve. There's Carl Rourke as he comes to the line. And he's still being bumped as he crosses the line. A new pole sitter. Provisional pole there. Travis Kwiecinski. 51.124. Let's see, who else is still out there? There's Matthew Chase. He's got a 51.202 so far, fifth fastest. Let's see if he can pick that up. Got 11 times on the board so far. Craig Martin moved up to the second position. Danny Foster is currently third. And a lot of these guys are already done racing. Okay, Matthew Chase may be done too because he's breaking it down. So he's done. Let's see. David Carr, he's done. Stephen McComas. 70 Machine is coming to the line. He's not showing a time yet. Where is he on the track? He's coming out of he's just coming out of turn 2 there. So this may be his first hot lap actually. Kwiecinski is the guy to knock off the top of the charts. McComas will see if he can. We got a lot of work to do. He got to move up. Well, he doesn't have any time yet, so we don't know what he's got yet. Let's see what happens. He's coming out of 4 there. And he goes in his first time lap was a 51.270, and that's 11th fastest. John Hopley, he's on track. Looks like he might be done. He's third quickest there at the moment. 51.144. And see Stephen McComas. Okay, looks like he's done. And looks like a lot of the guys, they're wrapping up here. And now we're rolling, getting ready. The grid's coming up. And while we do that, while they come onto the track there, let's go ahead and pause for our national anthem. Okay, folks, just about everybody's on the starting grid, and let's go ahead and take a look at your starting grid here. On the pole there, Travis Kwiecinski, right where he needs to be. Try to get back to as many points to get back to that third place in the standings. Then Craig Martin starting second, John Hopley third, Danny Foster in the fourth position. Anyway, Brian Kozad fifth, Brian Dobert in sixth position. Matthew Chase starting seventh. Carl Rourke in the eighth spot. David Meacham 9th. Justin Williams rounds out your top 10. Then we have Stephen McComas 11th. In 12th position, we have Jeff Carter. 13th spot, we have David Carter. Justin Lesher is in the 14th position. And a lot of these starting with Justin. Nobody posted any qualifying time, just will start at the back there. Bob Johnson starting 15th. Matthew Dunn showing 16th position. Kyle Martin 17th. Travis Eccles 18th position. And Garrett Kaiser rounding out the field in the 19th position. Making their way down to turn 3. Seventy laps ahead of them. Got a long ways to go. Okay, pace car will be coming off here any moment. He's down on the apron there. Now he pulls on to pit road. We'll be waiting for that green flag. You have to get past the tri over here. Start finish line is a little bit past that.
Green, green, green.
And we got the green flag. We're racing here at Talladega. And the train gets rolling down into turn 1. Brzezinski and company there all making it through turns 1 and 2 very nicely here. A little slicing and dicing going on back there a little bit. Let's look a bit further back in the field there. Boy, that the 42, Ryan Dobert, had a little movement going on there. Things were a little tight there. Carl Rourke right there behind him. Some heavy traffic there. Now the winds are only 2 miles an hour. Look like the 8. Oh, boy, the 8 there. He's blinking already. Justin Lesher. That inside line's moving pretty good. And look at it. It looks like almost 2 packs are starting to form already. A little further back here. There's Travis Eccles. He's right there in that 72 machine. He's trying to hang on to that lead pack. You can see a handful of cars there behind him. He's 0.47 seconds behind Jeff Carter there. Right now, he is just barely holding on to that draft. But now Carter's moving around. If he can just get it seems like about a half a second is that threshold where you can pick up that draft. And we have a new leader, Kraswinski. He got drafted by John Hopley is now in the lead here at the moment. Brian Kozad in that second position. Kraswinski's right there in third. He tucks up on the bumper there, Kozad. And Hopley leads him across the line to start lap number 4. And now at first the pack was split into two groups, and now it's for a minute there it looked like I thought I was seeing three different groups. It kind of is actually. I'd say about there, David Meacham. He's about at the tail end of that first group, and then we have Craig Martin. They're kind of spaced out there. Craig Martin, Justin Lesher, down in the 12th position. He's got Matthew Dunn right behind him, and Jeff Carter. They're like a 4-car pack there. They're not too close together, but you can see they're losing a little bit of contact with that lead group. Carter trying to stay with the 3 cars in front of him. And there's still a handful of cars behind them as well. Travis Eccles, he did indeed lose that draft 1.8 seconds behind Carter, and still falling back. He'll probably get caught by the group that's directly behind him, and that's being led by Bob Johnson, who actually happens to be Travis's teammate there. So he might catch Travis and just stay behind him and try to push him along so that they can try to catch that lead pack. Meanwhile, Hopley, he is still in the lead. And everybody's pretty much, look like everybody's decided to go down and run that low line. That seems to be the line that's working the best here right now. Of course, if nobody goes up and works that high line, they're not going to work it in at all. So that'll be interesting to see how long they stay down there. Somebody's up there by himself on that high line. See if we can work in there a little closer, see who that is. I think who was that? That was the 42, Brian Dobert. He stepped out of line. He went right to the back of the line there. And better be careful. They went by so quickly, he could almost find himself losing the draft. He's 3/10 behind Meacham already, but looked like he might be close enough to hang on to the draft. He's still losing a little bit of time, though. They're kind of moving around here a little bit. Hall Rourke from 5th place on up. Got a very slight separation. Now he's up there on the high side. Looks like that is, I couldn't make out who that was in front of him. I think that was Matthew Chase. Yeah, that was Matthew Chase. Hopley's now down on the inside. Now we have a new leader once again. Brian Kozad has now moved to the front. Hopley back to the 4th spot. Danny Foster tucked in with that lead group, currently in that 7th position. Probably right where he wants to be right now. Good place to be. Not a bad spot at all. Let's go back and take a look at that second group there. There's Bob Johnson. Now he's got his teammate Travis Eccles right there in front of him. And they've got about 3 cars there right behind them. That's David Carter in the 71, Kyle Martin in the 12, and Garrett Kaiser in the 18 machine. He's a Kaiser. He can get out of it a little bit as the closer he gets to that 12 machine. Draft working pretty good there. Meanwhile, up the front, Kozwinski doing the same there, Brian Kozad. Right now, he's not lifting a whole lot, though. Got to keep his foot in it to stay right there with the 87. And just starting lap 10 of 70. He might still be lifting a little bit, just not as he wasn't lifting as aggressively as we saw Kaiser. It sounded like he was just taking his foot completely off the gas. Stephen McComas in that 4th spot. There was a little bit of a gap there between him and the top 3. He's trying to suck back up to Matthew Chase there. Boy, these laps, they're clicking off quickly, folks. Now we're on lap 11 already. I think Dobert, he's running 9th, so Justin Williams is 10 cars in that first pack. And Justin Williams is the last car in that train right there. Boy, the 42 is moving around just a little bit there. That's Dobert. He's right behind Carl Rourke. A couple of folks did step out on the high side. I think that's Meacham, and I think that's Hopley right behind him, the 99 car. Boy, the turbulence is buffeting those cars around just a little bit. Getting a little dicey. Now, you do have a little bit more. Oh, boy, Hopley trying to stay in his lane there. Williams able to get by the 99. Hopley, he's on that high line there. No, he did move down. Now he's, oh boy, he's closing up on Williams, very close there. I'm sure he had to get out of it to keep from running into the 26. The draft obviously working real good there, getting a little bit of a side draft going, trying to see if he can work his way up there just a little bit. He doesn't have any help though. Nobody's behind him. Nobody is stepping out. I see Matthew Chase back there, but Hopley, he go ahead and he does move back down to that inside line. A little bit behind them there's that second group. Justin Lesher is leading that group. Matthew Dunn right behind him. I believe they're both teammates there, Holydale Racing. You got the 22 of Craig Martin there right behind them in that 13th spot, and Jeff Carter rounds out that 4-car train right there. Now on lap 14. Travis Eccles, he continues to lead that third group. Him and Bob Johnson, they've actually got a little bit of separation from those two teammates there. Back to in 17th position, David Carter. Meanwhile, back up the front, the lead change once again. Kraswinski goes right back to the front. Kozad right there with him. Stephen McComas now in that third position. McComas moved up 8 spots since the start of the race. Danny Foster right there behind him. Foster's right where he started in that 4th spot. Boy, they're really spread out behind him there. That's Matthew Chase on that high line. Dobert down on the inside. And that's David Meacham behind them. And they're all spread out like they're going to allow Lesher and company to get back up there. And they are getting a bit closer to that first pack. This group is staying in line pretty good. Just making it one small train of cars right there. and now they pretty much they just about caught him. And even the top 10 that was one whole pack, they kind of fractured themselves. Check this out. Stephen McComas, he's there among the top 5 there. The top 5 have separated from 6th and 7th, which is Justin Williams and John Hopley. That's just a 2-car train now, and then Matthew Chase leads the next group, which actually that includes Justin Lesher and his group of cars, and they're kind of going racing right now. Lesher taking a look down on the inside of Chase there. He's bringing Brian Dobert with him as they move past Matthew Chase. Chase got shuffled back there a little bit. He's on that high side by himself. He's going to find himself falling back here rather quickly. He's going to have to drop in line when he can so as not to lose that draft. Carter goes by and he drops down, and I don't believe there's nobody behind him. And, he has to drop in there very quickly. Boy, it's 4/10 already, and I mean, man, it's almost half a second. If he's not careful, he's going to lose that draft very quickly here. And, he actually may have lost it already, folks. And boy, he's going to be a sitting duck. Now, there's a group right behind him there, and that's Travis Eccles and his group. And it looks like you can see on the track map, Chase, he's in the 14th position. He's already starting to be left behind from that second pack of cars. And probably in, I'd say, 2 or 3 laps time, this group right here will most likely track him down. And he'll be running with the third train of cars. Meanwhile, up the front, Kozlinski's still leading the way. He started on the pole, got shuffled out for several laps there, and now he's worked his way back up to the front. Danny Foster now up to that 4th position. Having a good night there. I think he was like, last time we looked at him, he was 6th or 7th position, I believe. And now he's moved up back to 4th. And they're definitely they're not stepping out as much as they were before. They're pretty much all staying in line. When they start spreading out like that, and that really allowed that other group of cars to get up there and catch them. Now Lesher, he's leading that second pack. And they're 1.8 seconds behind John Hopley, who's the tail end of the other group. There they are. You can actually see them. There's Hopley and there's Lesher right there. So, yeah, they're trying to close in on that first pack of cars. That gap is still 1.8 seconds. So it'll be up to them to really keep that train moving right there. Try to run down that first group. Looks like Matthew Chase, he's getting very close to getting caught up by that third group. They're only 1.6 seconds behind them, and that's still falling. Now 1.5. And they're also doing a good job staying right in line. Now Yeah, they are running the 75% fuel. So this will be interesting to see when they start coming in, because I definitely see some green flag pit stops in the future here. And Kozad, he's not doing too much to rock the boat here at this point. Happy to stay behind Krzyzewski so far. Now, if they offer bonus points for leading the most laps, you know, he might be interested in trying to get in front of him. But if that's not the case, then he'll probably just stay right where he's at there. Came out of turn 4. We'll trap their speed next time they go down the backstretch, see what kind of top speed they're getting. I saw somebody hit I believe it was 190. We'll see what they did now. And they're already in the 90s already. I think I saw 195 as they were going in turns 1 and 2 there. They might hit 97 maybe as they get to the end of the backstretch. Let's see what happens here. Of course, they have the draft working there as well. 194, 5, 6. Did they hit 197? Oh, they just got 196 that time. Got close. Well, I tell you, that second group is getting closer. Look at the bump draft going on there. Matthew Dunn, boy, he's pushing the daylights out of that 8 car. That gap is now, let's see. If we look at Justin Lesher here, and well, they're less than a second, now 0.8 of a second from the bumper John Hopley, who's at the tail end of that first group. So, yeah, Dunn, he was doing some serious pushing there, and to get them closer, and the guys behind them, they're all staying in line. And this is about to become one big train. Oh, here we go. Green flag pit stops here. And boy, they're getting on the binders as they come down the inner pit road. And they came in. Meets him. He stayed out. Looked like, oh boy, did he stay out by himself? Everybody's coming down pit road. Looks like everybody's down pit road except for David Meacham. I wonder what the Okay, Travis Eccles, his group, they're still out. But David Meacham is there all by himself. And when he does pit, he will be pitting by himself. He might get caught by this group here. Let's see if they come down. They're coming down the backstretch this time. We'll see if they pit. Your first group is getting ready to make their way out of pit road. Ryan Kozad and company, they're making their way out. Kozad, I believe he, okay, Justin Lesher, he won the battle off of pit road. Travis Eccles, his group's coming in. I think all of them are coming in. Everybody trying to get woed down as quickly as possible. Looks like they all made it in. Sometimes we've seen folks come in a little hot. Meacham, he's already in. And by the time he gets his tires and fuel, he'll probably end up going out with this group here. And Justin Lesher now leading the lead pack. Now here comes Meacham. This is going to be interesting. He'll never be able to stay with the lead group, though. So he'll definitely be in this second pack as they're making their way back onto the track. And there's Meacham. Where's Justin Lesher? There he is right there. Boy, something happened there in his group. He got really separated. And Dunn is in front of him, but look at how they all got spread out there. I thought they were closer together than that. But that first group really is quite fractured now. So we've got David Meacham. He pitted. Boy, wasn't that something? The timing was perfect. He pitted, and he got back out there and was actually able to get up to speed in time. So now he's there with Matthew Dunn, and Justin Lesher is on pit road by himself. And I tell you, something is, I don't know, that can't be part of the plan here. And now he was just in, and now to come in again, this is his second time down on pit road. And something cannot be going right for the number 8 here. And right now, he's the only one who can keep pace with Brian Kozad in the points. And he is sitting on pit road, and not sure what the problem is there, unless he had a speeding penalty or something. We don't know. And meanwhile, David Meacham is your leader. Kraswinski right there in the second position. Brian Kozad. There's Matthew Dunn. That's Justin Lesher's teammate. They had came in together and managed to stay together when they came back out. Lesher is still on pit road. Man, disaster here for the 8 car. And so now this 5-car train right here are your 5 lead cars here. 6th place Justin Williams. He's leading that. I'll take that back. Is he? That's not it. Now Foster's right in front of him, but Foster's in the 15th position when he's the lucky dog there. So the 4 cars behind the 50 there are the ones that are on the lead lap. But hey, whether he's a lap car or not, that draft still works just as well. And so they'll all kind of just stay here. And what a shame for Foster. Man, he was running as high as 4th there at one point, I believe. And now he's back to 15th position, 1 lap down. And it wasn't because of any wreck or anything like that. Whatever happened, now I wonder when those guys came out of pit road, the second group, there might have been some folks having to, they might have had to kind of just spread, and because folk cars are merging onto the track. That might have been part of why that group got spread out the way they did. As now you can see cars are kind of scattered around the track here. Got a couple of folks there all by themselves. John Hopley, man, he's in no man's land, all completely by himself. And everybody has stopped and pitted. Dobert and Lesher are the only 2 that had stopped twice. Lesher back on track now. And unless he had some kind of damage and he just sat there and had the manual repair fix it, the optional repair time. But it cost him a couple of laps there. Or no, I take that back, only 1 lap. But right at the moment, boy, he is dead last. And the guy he's chasing, Brian Kozad, currently running 3rd. And I tell you, if the race would end right now, that'd be a good day for Brian Kozad points-wise as far as padding that lead. And we're on lap 32, very close to the halfway mark here. Now, the majority of the field, everybody pitted between lap 25 and 26. Meacham still up front leading this group. Kraswinski trying to maximize those points as always. Even though Justin Lesher is the dead last right now, even if the race were to end right now, yeah, that would be a ton of points that Kozwinski could pick up on Lesher, but still not enough really to get him that much closer. Right now, I do believe he is currently still, what is it? He is, take a look at that real quick. Yeah, he's 362 points back from the lead. And in fact, actually, he had actually lost the spot to Matthew Dunn. So, yeah, so he's definitely has a lot of work to do here. And Matthew Dunn, he's currently running in that 4th spot. And in fact, he's right in front of Lesher there. Probably right where he wants to be. Now that's a shame. Him and his teammate are right there next to each other. You know, there's Dobert on the high side. I don't know why he's up there real by himself. I'm not sure what happened to him. He may have some problems. And there's Dunn, and then there's Lesher right behind them. But unfortunately, they're not on the same lap. But I'm sure Lesher will still work with his teammate there and try to do something to get to the front, you know, and see what they can work out. We're right at the halfway point at this moment, lap 35. Meacham, he's still up front. Kozwinski in this 2nd position. Brian Kozad in the 3rd spot. And, of course, Matthew Dunn in the 4th position. Just completing the first half of the race. As they cross the line, start lap 36. There's Justin Williams in the 2nd group. He's still got Danny Foster right in front of him, but, you know, all's fair in the draft right there. It's not hurting him to be behind him for sure. Might even be a little advantageous to be behind him, not being the one that's punching a hole in the air. 22 of Craig Martin staying right on the bumper there of that 26 car. And after all of that, everybody got spread out. Everybody's, you know, whoever was separated, with the exception of John Hopley at the moment, everybody's gotten back with a one pack or another. And it looks like Justin Williams there may have a little bit of damage on the right rear of that 26 machine. That bumper, it looks like it's dinged up just a little bit. It's not hurting his aero too much. He's able to hang in there with Danny Foster in the draft. And so they'll continue to roll along. John Hopley still rolling around by himself there in that 14th spot. The leaders are just under 6 seconds behind him, and he's 27 seconds behind Carter there. The number, which Carter I'm looking at? Number 5 there. And that would be Jeff Carter. And of course, he's a good half a lap from that second pack of cars. And the gap to the leaders is now 5 seconds and about to be less than that. So he'll be going, Hopley, is he already showing a lap down? I believe he's right now on the tail end of the lead lap. And you see that pack of cars in the distance, that's the leaders right there. And so within a few laps here, he'll most likely be inheriting that lucky dog position, as he is the only car right now. And once they pass him, the second pack of cars, they're almost right with them, I'll tell you the truth. And go back to the lead. There's Justin Williams, and we look at David Meacham. Meacham now back to the 4th spot. He got shuffled out of the draft. Chris Winsky's back up to the front. But look at that entire group. Those first 2 packs just about consolidated here again, getting very close to being one group once more. Danny Foster, he's at the point of that second group, but they're all but caught up to the lead pack. So things are about to get tight here once again. And there he is, Foster on the tail of Meacham there, and their teammates as well. Oh, got a wreck going. Justin Lesher down to the inside wall. I couldn't tell who else that was involved there. Lesher was definitely one of them. I saw another car go spinning. At least I thought I did anyway. I could have sworn there was 2 of them. And it was Matthew. Oh, no, I can't believe it. Man, it was Matthew Dunn. And and that was his teammate. I think both of them went spinning. Let's go back and take a look at the replay here, see if we can see what happened. Okay, there's Lesher, the 8 car, and there's his oh no, he turns his teammate into the wall. I know Justin feels terrible. Oh my goodness. Oh, and then Danny Foster, he got collected by the 8 car. You saw the 50 gist, and that's what got the 8 car spinning there. And he got Dunn turned into the wall, and he hit the inside wall. Dunn, I don't believe he hit anything. He's just letting it roll, trying to stay clear of whatever's happening here. And and then he ends up backing into the outside wall, not too hard. And boy, I tell you, that's where we are now. Let's take it back live. So now this is actually the first caution of the race here, lap 41 of 70. Grzywinski's your leader, and he'll probably come down pit road, I would think. And we'll see what happens here. I'm almost certain everybody's going to come in. They have unlimited tires, so yeah, why not? And go ahead and fuel up and get on down there. And while they're doing that, we'll take a quick break while everybody gets down pit road, and we'll be right back. Hey, you're watching the Eastern Central Racing Association. This is round number 14 at Talladega Super Speedway here on Rice Motorsports TV.
With the ButtKicker Gamer 2, what you see and what you hear is what you feel. ButtKicker. The future is feeling.
Okay, folks, we are back here for the Eastern Central Racing Association, round number 14 here at Talladega Super Speedway. Here under caution, here on lap 43. And after all the pit stops, Craig Martin is your leader. And the lights are out on the pace car, so there were some folks between him and the pace car, so they got the wave around. And at the moment, Justin Lesher, he's the only one showing 2 laps down. Foster and Dobert are 1 lap down. Actually, I saw Foster, I'm sorry, not Foster, but Dunn. I saw Dunn on pit road, but he was able to get going again before, and so he's not a lap down. He's still in the lead. And actually, now here he comes again. He might be trying to get some work done on that car, not use that faster pair. Because he was toward the back of the pack, and he came in and he might have got some more. He might have just topped off the fuel there. And he's going to have to hurry now because they're getting close to turn 3. And he'll have to, he may be just up to the highest speed he can be after he comes down to the end of the back stretch there. He might be able to catch them. I would think he probably will before they get the green flag. They're in the middle of 3 and 4 at the moment. It's getting the number 55 up to speed. As he does that, pace car is getting ready to pull off here. And I think we'll just see Dunn pull in. There he is. You can see him there just pulling up to the back of the pack there. Martin will lead them to the restart. I'm thinking the leader controls the restart here.
Green, green, green.
And they're off and running once again. Restart here, lot number 44. Now look at Kraswinski on the high side there. Him and Craig Martin immediately, boy, they just swallow up the 22. Kraswinski right to the front. David Meacham right there with him. And they're both teammates as well. So I guess we could have saw that coming anyway. They're going to be able to maintain that lead, though. I kind of thought maybe the 2 of them would get up there and drop down in front of Martin, but Martin, he was a little slow on the restart there. But boy, I tell you, they're neck and neck now as they came out of turn 4. Door to door as they come down to the line. Who's going to get that one? I think. Who is it? Okay, I think they gave it to Kraswinski, but Martin has got a nose out in front once again. Racing here on lap 45 of 70. And just like that, the entire field is all back together, and every single car is still out there on track. We love to see that. Everybody may not be on the lead lap, but everybody's still running. And as long as you're still running, you never know what can happen in a race, folks. If you're still in it, you can still win it. Believe it or not, no matter where you're at. Craig Martin once again gets that lead. Kraswinski, he fell back a bit there. Right now in that 5th spot. I don't know if that high line's working all that great. Because he's right there and Meacham's right there behind him. They're trying to get that thing going. And I tell you, that just didn't work too well from there. Because we saw a lot of folks stand on that low line. I don't think they worked the groove in on that high line all that great, to be honest. And but right now, it just does not seem to be going at all. Look at the inside line. They're not making any progress at all on that inside line. We've seen a few guys step out from time to time in the race, and but they kind of went out there by themselves, and they quickly got swallowed up by the rest of the field, the pack of cars that they were running with, and messed around, almost lost the draft, and now meets him. He's back to the 9th spot. Some kind of way he got separated from Kwizwinski. He's still in 6th position. He did drop down to that inside line. That might have been what happened. He got down on the inside quickly before he lost too much ground there. There's Stephen McComas. He's leading the 2nd group. Now they've started to separate once again. The top 6 are starting to pull away from the rest of the pack. And, boy, I have to look at there's only 24 laps remaining, folks. Man, time flies when you're having fun. And that is a huge train, that 2nd group. If they would just get in line, they could run down that front pack. I'm pretty sure it looks like everybody's they're in line, but there's holes in that line, a big gap. And back there, Brian Kozad, he needs to try to catch those 3 cars in front of him. Looks like he's able to pull up on the back of Meacham there. So there's McComas, and he's leading that 2nd group there, and just about a 2nd group. Got about the last 3 or 4 cars struggling to stay in line there. Oh boy, okay, there's Hopley. I didn't even see them out there. Hopley right there with who is that right behind him? Let's see. Let's zoom in here. Oh yeah, that's the actually Hopley. It's Hopley, and then Carter, the number 71, David Carter. And they're well back from the main group, and I don't know if a 2-car draft. I don't know if they'll be able to maintain what they got going on there or not. But meanwhile, up the front, I don't know. Right now, it just seems like the low line is the line of the day. Justin Williams now up to the 2nd position there. Him and Carl Rourke now in the 3rd spot. They've gotten themselves positioned nicely. 21 laps remaining now. How about Travis Eccles right up in the mix there, running in that 4th position. He's followed by Bob Johnson, teammate. Right, and boy, I tell you, that is good for the 2 of them. And hopefully that they can stay together. They're right in the thick of things here, and they sure could use a good points finish, both individually and as a team. Kwizwinski, boy, he's all over the back of Johnson. Now 20 laps to go, and now the whole field is just together once again. One big, huge chain going down the backstretch. Go ahead and crank up your volume there, folks. Okay, now we do have somebody on pit road at 42 at Dobert, and bad time for him to come in by himself. I may not have a choice, but whatever reason, he's coming in, and looks like he's going to go ahead and get tires. I guess he needed them, and it's a shame because that's going to Dobert. He wasn't doing too bad out there today, but now that's going to put him a lap down. He's already a lap down, I believe. And he's going to lose another lap as he comes out. And the field is getting ready to come up now, and they're about to come by him as he exits pit road here. He's heading down to turn 1. There goes the field right there. And you'll be able to see now. He may get up. He's going into turn 1 and 2 here. And they may catch him before he comes out of turn 2. No, he's going to make it out. And, boy, this is going to be a tricky merge. He may have to wait for the whole field to go by. Oh, boy, he pulls up right in front of the leaders. Good grief. Man, that could have been dangerous for everybody. He pulled up right in front of the entire field. They probably didn't expect to see that. I would have thought he would have stayed down on the inside. My goodness, that could have ended very, very badly. But everybody got through there. Oh, my goodness. Greg Martin probably had his heart up in his throat there for a moment. As are the guys right there behind him. Justin Williams right on board with Justin here. I can imagine what they saw. Let's go back. Take a look at that. And let's run it back here a little bit here, and because that's them coming down the back stretch, and I think this is the lap where the guy was coming out, and let's see if we can catch it. Yep, there it is, right there. Okay, there, and Dobert, he's coming out of pits, and all of a sudden, oh my goodness, look at that! Oh boy, that was close, man. Let's go back and take it live here. Carl Rourke, he's hanging in there in that third position. Coming to the line, it'll be 16 laps remaining. Travis Eccles and Bob Johnson still good, doing good there, running in the 4th and 5th position. And the 70, Stephen McComas running in that 6th position. A little bit of separation between him and the 76 of Johnson. And like I said, folks, no matter where you start, I tell you, it is never over till it's over. You give everybody half a chance, and you never know what may happen. And that looks like Dobert and Lesher are the only two that are 2 laps down. And then we only have 2 other cars that are not on the lead lap. That would be Foster and Carter. They're both 1 lap down. So that leaves us with 15 cars on the lead lap. Craig Martin, he's still leading. Justin Williams right there on his tail. Justin's probably going to stay there. Now 15 to go. It's about to be 14 to go as they cross the line. And he just may be in the catbird seat here. No reason for him to try anything right now. And I don't know, and the spacing is interesting when you look at this, because Eccles and Johnson, they're not exactly right there. There's a little bit of a gap between these guys. But I tell you, if Williams were to pull the trigger and step out, try to get a run on the 22, the gap isn't such that he might still get swallowed up by Eccles and Johnson and the rest of the pack behind him. So he's gonna have to be real careful how he plays his hand here. And look at Carl Rourke now. He is he's in the 3rd spot there. And don't forget about Carl Rourke. And he's watching everything unfold here. And look at Williams taking a little exploratory peek there on the high side of Martin as they go into turn 3. And the way I've seen that high line working tonight, folks, I'm not sure if the high line is your friend tonight. And not sure what he's going to do or be able to do to get past the 22. But it'll be interesting to see how this unfolds for sure. They're getting a little bit of a gap there. Rourke he's losing a little bit of ground to the two front runners. And Travis Eccles, he's trying to close in. Johnson still right there behind him. Stephen McComas still in that 6th position. And boy, what they've really got it. Where's Brian Coase at? He's right back there. And Matthew Chase is 11th. There's Carter. That's who I was looking for, the leader of that second group. Look how far they've separated them. Jeff Carter leads that pack. He's got Matthew Dunn there right behind him. And behind them, I couldn't tell who that was. Let's go back to Dunn. Who was right behind Dunn? That was Foster, Danny Foster. He is battling with the 42 of Dobert. So those are two cars that are one's 1 lap down, the other 2 laps down. But up the front here is where things are starting to get a little interesting here. It's interesting because for a minute there, the top 2, Martin and Williams, they started to pull out just a little bit, and now the field has sucked them back in again. Then they pull out a little bit more. Boy, if that kind of an accordion thing goes on, if it happens with like 1 to go, it'll be mano a mano, man. It'll just the 2 of them battling for it. But Carl Rourke, I'm sure he's going to try to keep himself right in the mix there in that 3rd spot. Eccles and Johnson, they're not going anywhere either from the looks of it. They can clearly see what's going on there in front of them. As they come to the line this time, it'll be less than 10 laps to go. And everybody, they're definitely staying very dedicated to that inside line. And this could end up being a little bit of a frustrating thing if they can't get that outside line to work at all. I don't know how well it's going to work. Like I said before, it just doesn't seem like it's been doing too good all race long. We've seen some folks get up there and go door to door, but never quite get up there and drop down in front of the leader. There's a couple of opportunities where I saw a guy might have had a chance to do it, but for whatever reason stayed up there, and then they ended up going backwards. Nobody daring to step out just yet. 9 laps remaining as they come out of 4. They cross the line now, 8 laps remaining. Craig Martin trying to hold on. Justin Williams right there in that 2nd position. And I see right here, it almost looked like they're getting ready. It almost looked like they were getting ready to do it again. First and second place start to get a little bit of a gap, but this time it doesn't look like it might happen here. Rourke, he's definitely trying to stick close now. He doesn't want them to get too far away from him. Trying to stay as close as he possibly can. He's in good position here. Less than 0.2 of a second behind Williams. 7 laps as they cross the line. 7 laps remaining. And yet everybody else is still right there behind them. Really no margin for error at all. Because I tell you, if you step out there on that high line, I think you're going to need some help. I definitely think you're going to need some help. And they got somebody, that's Hopley there in front of them. He'll probably stay to the high side. We're staying in the middle lane there anyway as the field comes through. Martin, Williams, and Rourke. 1, 2, 3. And now they're starting to gap themselves just a little bit from Eccles and Johnson. Now, Eccles himself, he's got a little bit of a gap from his teammate. Not a whole lot, but just a little bit. But not enough, not so much that he'll lose, that his teammate, Mark Johnson, will lose that draft, though. Well, further back, there's 12 Colin Martin in that 7th position. And now, and look who's right behind him, Travis Kuzlinski. And, boy, right now, only 6 to go. And he's got a ton of work to do to try to get up to that front. And, it's amazing because I just don't see it. I haven't seen anybody try to make a move even before it got this close to the end of the race. I just haven't been seeing anybody make a whole lot of moves on that high line here today. And so, yeah, this is interesting here. Not even in that second group. They're all nose to tail pretty much. Meanwhile, Craig Martin leading them out of turn 4. Williams still there, followed by Rourke, Eccles, and Johnson. As they cross the line, now 4 to go. And I believe that's David Carter, in front of Craig Martin, another lapped car. And they just they might catch him before this is all over. Boy, wouldn't that be something to have a lapped car right there in the mix? And then obviously he'd be trying to stay out of the way. But, man, you're going to need at least 2 lanes to work with if you're going to make a move on the leader. And if there's a lapped car in there, boy, talk about throwing a wrench into the works. And, man, that could be something very unwanted in the situation there. But, hey, that's what happens. And of all times to catch a lapped car, here they are crossing the line. It'll be 3 to go. And at the pace, he's only less than 2.5 seconds ahead of the leaders. And they're probably going to catch, man, they might catch him at the white flag at the rate they're going here. And, oh, my goodness. And let's everybody, don't go get your popcorn now, folks. You don't want to miss anything. That gap is now 1.8 and still dropping. Now, Carter, he pitted on lap 53. Oh, no, Martin, he's coming in pit road. Green flag pit stop for the 22. He can't make it to the end. 3 laps to go. Craig Martin has to come in for fuel. Oh, no. And that leaves Justin Williams. He's at the point. Does he have the fuel to make it? He's got Carl Rourke right behind him there. Travis Eccles 3rd. And we have Bob Johnson in 4th position. Let's ride on board with Justin here. And I have not heard anybody, dropping that, clutch, and just, letting it coast through the corners at all, trying to do any fuel saving. So, wow, Williams, I tell you, he is going to get the white flag this time as they close in on David Carter here. Oh, boy, here we go. Rourke, Eccles, and Johnson are right there with him. As they come to the line, the white flag is in the air. Justin Williams, Travis Eccles, he stepped out. Travis Eccles, he made a run on them as they went into turn 1. Eccles, he's going. The 76 of Johnson's going high with him. Like teammates trying to see if they can gang up on the 26 of Williams. It's now or never, folks. Here they come down the backstretch. It looks like right now Eccles has got a nose out front. Williams is right there, too. He's trying to hold on. The low ride has been working the best all race long. Eccles made a run for it. He's running out of time. Here they come out of 4. Oh, and they get into, oh, no, it's a big wreck. Who's going to survive? Who's going to cross first? Carl Rourke, he hung on, and he's going to come to the line, and he is going to survive that carnage at the end, and he will take the checkered flag for the win here at Talladega. Wow, I am out of breath. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. I was looking like, who is going to survive that? Who ended up second? Stephen McComas. He's banged up, but he crossed the line in second. Brian Kozad, his car is looking a little better. In fact, his looks pretty good. He came in third. Well, Carl Rourke is your winner tonight here at Talladega. Man, and does he even have fuel? Is he running out of gas? He might be running out of gas here, folks. It sounds like he might be cruising along there, got the clutch in. I think that may be the case. He stayed out, rolled the dice. Man. Let's go get the guys up in the booth and so we can find out what happened here. Let's see here. And let's go find so who's in victory lane already. Brian Kozad is there. We got to get Carl Rourke and McComas as well if we can find them. There is let's see if we can find there's Carl right there. Let's move him up. And we definitely want to get the leader. Where is victory lane? There we go. Put him up there. And we want let's see, victory lane. Okay, everybody's there. We're gonna jump down there with them. Hey folks, we're here in victory lane with your top three: Carl Rourke, Stephen McComas, and Brian Kozad. Hey Carl, you got a copy?
Yes, sir.
Man, I tell you, was your heart up in your throat there from? I mean, you were in the thick of it, and I was like, when the smoke cleared, and you just came shooting right out there and getting a little push there from Martin to help you get you down the pit road. Man, congratulations, man. Talk about surviving. You survived the biggest wreck of all to come out the winner, man.
Yeah, no, I definitely got lucky there, that's for sure. I actually ran out of gas as I hit turn one.
Man, did you think it was going to be that close?
No, actually, I thought we were going to finish the way we were. I don't know what happened there. There's a couple folks slowed up, and we got a little back in there. But no, I did not see that one happening.
And I guess you were surprised to see the leader come in and pit there. You know, so close with I think it was 3 to go or 4 to go.
Yeah, I think he was at 2 to go. That was a bad run for him. That's a bonus.
Man, yeah. And he might have been thinking the same thing, like, I'm just going to roll the dice and go for it. Whatever happens, happens. But, man, congratulations anyway. And anybody you want to give a shout-out to?
Give it to the VR Motorsports team.
10-4, man. Well, congratulations again, and we will see you next week. I think we go to Michigan next week, so we will see you next week. Okay.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
Okay, moving on to Steven. Hey, Steven, you got a copy?
Yes, sir, I do. How you doing tonight?
Oh, pretty, man. How you doing? How's your heart going, man? I tell you, that was a pretty exciting finish there.
Yeah. First off, I want to say congratulations to Carl. Right. I mean, you know, we all had a good run standing in line there. But yeah, that finish was quite spectacular for the fans.
I tell you, man, and boy, where were you when all of that happened? Were cars spinning around you and everything?
Oh yeah, I was actually running sixth, I believe, 6th or 7th. We tried going to the outside, 3 of us, and at the start finish line. And the other cars behind us just caught up, and the car in front was a slow lap down car. Just caused a bunch of melee there.
Yeah, we were looking at that, and I was like, man, they're going to catch that lap car with the white flag. And of all times to catch him, I mean, it figures it would work out that way. But, man, congratulations anyway. Anybody want to give a shout-out to?
Yeah, again, like last week, my wife, and also last week, I forgot to give a happy birthday to my nephew at 1. So thank you very much for the broadcast and everybody else. Appreciate it, sir.
10-4, man. Well, congratulations again. We'll see you next week. Hey, Brian.
Okay.
Hey, Brian, you got a copy?
I do.
Man, I tell you, what a way to extend the points lead, huh? I mean, Yeah. I mean, you were up there. You had good position all race long, but I mean, and look at where Lesher ended up. I guess he's still dead last. Yeah, he is. He's dead last, and man, I tell you, if something had gone wrong, well, you would have still been a lot of positions ahead of him because he was a few laps down. But man, to come through there unscathed and only lose a couple of spots there, man. Congratulations on that third place.
Yeah, sucks for Lesher. He got bit by the black flag bug. He got a unsafe pit exit on the first flag green flag run.
Yeah, okay.
Which sucks. I never want to see somebody like my main competitor, my main rival the full season. He's just getting a string of bad luck, but there's still, I think, a month left our season. For all we know, next 3 weeks I DNF. I get black flag. So it's not over yet. It's not over until Atlanta.
Right. Now, was that just something that happened, or was that actually like you said, you called it a bug? Is that just a problem they're having with iRacing?
No,
okay.
Just I used like the saying, got bit by a bug.
Right. Okay. Yeah. I'm thinking glitch. Yeah, I'm thinking like maybe it was a glitch or something. Yeah, but this was just that's a shame, man. I tell you.
But it was the race itself definitely interesting. Not like Talladega as we've seen before. It came down to fuel, and I was 10th on that last lap, and I finished 3rd. So I'm happy with that.
Yeah.
I was happy with just finishing ahead of Lesher.
Yeah.
But to finish 3rd, continue my top 5 streak, it feels good.
Right. And what do you think of? I know you're watching a lot of the race. To me, it just seemed like the hotline wasn't working for anybody that much tonight. I just saw you guys in line so much. Was there? Didn't get a second groove run in there tonight at all? You don't think?
To pull back like the curtain, it's iRacing. They changed the package a while back, and it's just side by side. It's so much slower, and you need to have a monster run to make anything work. And towards the end, especially everybody kind of knew it's going to be close on fuel. That's why we started to drop back, me and Shell Shockers. It was just like, it's hard to hold a line anyway.
Right.
So hopefully they revert the changes or fix it so we get some interesting plate racing. But at least it was an interesting finish. Big wreck.
Yeah.
And, first time winner. Congratulations, Carl.
Yeah, I tell you, man. And that's great to see there. And so now it's on to Michigan, right?
Yep, on to Michigan.
Yeah, man, and you guys will pick it up right where you left it off, and we'll be right there to see you. So congratulations again,
yes,
and we will see you next week.
I'll see you next week.
Right now. Okay, folks. Well, boy, I tell you, what a finish. And let's go ahead and take a look at the finishing order there. And that's once I don't know why that keeps doing that to me. And there we go. That's what we want right there. And Carl Rourke, first-time winner. Stephen McComas second. Brian Kozad third. Matthew Chase fourth. Jeff Carter fifth. David Meacham in the sixth position. Travis Kwaswinski seventh. Kyle Martin eighth. Bob Johnson ninth. Matthew Dunn rounds out your top 10. Then we have Justin Williams 11th. Craig Martin 12th. Travis Eccles 13th. Garrett Kaiser 14th. Danny Foster 15th, John Hopley 16th, and 17th David Carter, and Brian Dobert 18th position, and Justin Lesher in that 19th spot. So as always, thank you for joining us here for the Eastern Central Racing Association, and we will see you next week at Michigan. And for all of us here at Rice Motorsports TV, we want to wish you a pleasant evening.